welcome for those on the Facebook. Please say hi so I can clearly see who's on the Facebook and we can reply promptly if needed. Alright, so welcome, selamat datang. Awesome. Okey, selamat datang guys. So macam biasa webinar kita, dan kita akan fokuskan kepada era sharing value melalui bahasa Malaysia dan juga English. Kita akan campur, tak ada masalah. Dan feel free kalau you ada soalan dan juga sebagainya. So welcome. Selamat datang dan please type ready kalau you dah ready. Either you in Facebook or you in a Zoom chat. So please type ready. If you are ready, please type ready. I need to see you guys. Type ready. Awesome, Pami. Awesome, Mas Maniza. So let's get started. Welcome, guys. Awesome, Camelius. Awesome. Welcome. Ajak kawan-kawan, guys. 15 years experience akan share pada you hari ini. Ajak kawan-kawan. Welcome semua. Welcome. Kita akan mulakan sekarang. Welcome. Welcome. Selamat datang. Hi Mr. Edward. Welcome Kamalis. Kita dah buat webinar ni for 2 years. 2 years for 2 season. Okay, saya nak you nyatakan location. Location guys, location. So where's your location? PJ Asmaniza, welcome. Dekat YouTube, Jelmon di YouTube. Sorry, di Facebook. Kudat, Sabah. This is how technology works guys. Kota Tinggi, Sarina. Welcome Sarina. PUIM, Kedah, Kemelis. Welcome. Awesome. You business apa? Business apa? What business you are in? Apakah business you? Come on. Business apa? Business apa? Bidang apa? Your field. Business apa guys? Business apa? Industri apa? Tuliskan. Industri guys, industri apa? Industri, come on. Kita nak mulakan sekarang. Kita ada banyak lagi sedang masuk ni, welcome. 3 PM guys, 3 PM to 4 PM. Lepas lunch, right, we need energy guys. Come on. Business apa? Jamizan cakap lain macam. Ya, saya nak baca dekat Facebook. Lain macam. Yes, lain macam. Okay, trading and investment. Jelbon, yang lain apa? Animal supplement. Awesome. Tol Expressway. Alright, welcome guys. Awesome. Thank you so much for supporting. Jamizan on the Facebook said lain macam. Yes, lain macam pasal kita nak chill, kita nak relax, kita nak learn dan juga kita tahu apakah action kan yang kita nak buat lepas kita belajar ni. Okay, Rama said I'm on Zoom. There is only audio and no video. Itu kena setting lah. Please technical team tolong settingkan. Welcome. Alright, hi Jamizan, apa khabar Jamizan? Selamat datang. Saya moderator untuk hari ini, Azrul, dan obviously I've been handling this session with online webinar since last year, and this is the second season for us. It's a lot of improvement being done and also lots of added value being delivered as well. Alright, so kita akan jumpa untuk seterusnya. Saya tak sabar hari ini kita bersama dengan siapa guys? Okay, hari ini kita special guys. Right. So hari ini kita bersama dengan iaitu Edward Chong, Digital Marketing Training and Innovations. Digital Marketing Training Innovations. 15 tahun macam, yelah, mungkin umur saya lah kot, dalam 41, 42 So 15 years, I started also 15 years ago. 15, 60 years. Tapi dalam industri, serving 50 industry with more than 20 years of internet marketing experience. Tu lagi lama pada saya lah. So saya kena surrender. E-business consultant specialized in optimizing online advertising campaign. Last 6 months managing more than 10,000 of ad spend. Alright, awesome. Dan juga pada sama juga ialah going through manual human day-to-day search advertising PPC. Oh, ini topik menarik guys. Alright, saya nak tanya kat sini, berapa ramai kat sini nak get more client? Get more client. Berapa ramai sini nak get more client? Drive through online punya traffic. Okay, kalau you nak benda tu, so inilah webinar yang sesuai untuk you. Dan kalau you kata tak sesuai untuk you, you tolong ajak kawan lain. Maksudnya lah you akan learn a lot. But every experience, like we've been running through kita punya program ni kan, kita dah run through banyak pelbagai industri, automotive sampai aerospace, blockchain, lepas tu marketing, software. So semua tu memang interrelated. So somehow you get some idea how the business model work kan. How you nak create more productivity, how to make it efficient kan. Macam mana how to think kan. Dari segi strategic planning sebagainya. That's how things work. Okay. So please type mula. Saya nak pastikan you type mula. Please type. You kena selalu engage Alright, welcome. Kita nampak lagi ada ramai juga yang sedang masuk ni. So we give a time. Okay, awesome Mas Mariza, welcome. So please type mula. Dan saya nak you type perkataan kita punya ni BeanSE tau. Saya nak you type perkataan Bean, B-E-N, Bean. Type perkataan Bean. Dan saya akan jemputlah Mr. Edward bersama kita sekarang. So nak you type Bean, B-E-N-E untuk get ready. Kita jemput Mr. Edward. Yes, type Bean, type Bean. Type Bean dulu, come on. Apa Asmaniza? Bini, B-E-A-N. Camilla, awesome. Zarina, awesome. Yes, June. Awesome, Fahmi. Alright, so siapa yang baru masuk, welcome. Dan saya akan put iaitu Edward Chong to the spotlight. So welcome Edward. Give a hand to Edward. Yes, type clap, awesome. Asmaniza dia selalu masuk kita punya webinar. Type clap, awesome. Awesome. Okay, Mr. Edward, apa khabar? How are you?
Yeah, I'm good.
Good,
to be honest, this is the first ever Zoom which makes me interested, excited, And, you are
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Wonderful MC, throughout all my workshop section, virtual meetings,
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Awesome. I take it as a compliment. Thank you so much. Kita to make more vibrant, to make more lively, instead of kita macam dengar dan sebagainya. So really important untuk engagement. Alright, so Mr. Edward, so pada masa ini kalau you ada soalan, if you have a question, so please type on the chat box. So kita boleh tanya end of the sessions ataupun in the middle session. Okay, is it okay, Mr. Edward?
Yeah, well, very good. Thank you.
Alright, so I leave floor to Mr. Edward. Awesome.
Thank you, Azrul. Yeah, thank you,
Okay.
Azrul. Yeah. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Edward, as just Azrul have just introduced. Today's session is basically more towards the digital adoptions. So, as what Azrul had just mentioned, we have actually in this industry about 20 years. I'm not that young, 41. I'm actually 46 this year. Thank you, Azrul. A compliment for 41 years old. So I'm 46. So in fact, I've actually went through 3 recession cycles. So I would say I see many things as in terms of digital industries. You see, so especially in 2020 until this year itself, we have received quite a lot of WhatsApp, even Facebook, and some feedback from the physical events. What I actually experience and I really see is especially on the SMEs, they're actually facing 3 main issues right now. Number one is basically the directions, which means the so-called the digital pathway. Where should they start with? This is number one. Second issues will be on the monetary terms, the financial, your money. Okay, so where can you get the money to start your digital channels, to digitalize your business? Then number three is basically the skill sets. Who am I going to ask to operate the digital tools? So basically, there's three things: your directions, your financial support, and also the skill sets. So these are all the summary that I get from the feedback from the industries. So today's sections although it's only 1 hour, I hope that I can actually share with you guys more insightful knowledge, as in terms of, first of all, will be on the trends into statistics. Before you start your digital business, right? First thing first that you must know is about the statistics. Okay, the trend itself. For example, if let's say you wanted to actually start off with a product selling it online, right? You wanted to know whether these products has already been a lot of search volume in search engine or not. So you need to know the statistic before you start the business. Okay, it's not by guessing. Some SME, they came to us, hey, I understand that, I know this product going to sell well, but how can you prove that? So that's why you need to actually do some research. Okay, and this research is actually free of charge. Okay, so you can use a lot of tools to check whether your product is sellable on online or not. So this is number one, the trend. Then of course, after the trend, you know all the statistics, then you come into the foundation, the basic things. It's not like when you wanted to digitalize your business, you start here and there. You're going to start with social media, you start with TikTok, you start with WhatsApp here and there. So you need to know the foundation, okay, the basic of it, before you put your money into all the tools without any directions. Then of course, other than that will be on the tools, and also some of the government initiative, which is all the grants and free things for you to apply to. So basically, today's section will skew towards all these topics. Let me share with you some of the slides. Okay. Okay, as I mentioned earlier, our company name as Bean Search Expert Sdn. Many people pronounce it as BeanSE. You cannot pronounce it as Bean. We are not Mr. Bean. We are BeanSE. Some even mistaken that we are selling soya bean. So we are not selling soya bean. Okay.
In fact, the logo also show the soya, right? The beans.
Yeah,
it's like the soya.
Yeah. So okay. The name is.
I think it's a catchy name, and people remember. Somehow it's stuck in mind.
Thank you very much. Okay, and so the company actually consists of a group of digital marketers and all the innovators, and we are a group of practitioners as well. Practitioner means people actually sitting down there, and we operate the advertisement by ourselves. So you see the way that I'm talking, right? I'm not speakers. I'm not pure trainers. I'm a practitioner by professions. So I'm not like a good speaker like Azrul. I'm a technician. Okay. Okay. This is how we pass through our industries. So as I mentioned earlier, before you wanted to go into digitalizations, digital business, the things that you should know is the trend by itself. Okay. As you can see, although the data is a bit old, of February 2022, okay, but it's still valid. I will assume there's not much of difference as in terms of internet usage. Okay, this is on average. Individuals spend on internet about 9 hours. I don't know about you guys, but for myself, my phone always on the line. Whenever there's a notification comes in, right, I'll sure look into it, especially on the Facebook. Okay, so average internet users spend on internet about 9 hours. So, and of course, when you are dealing with e-commerce business, I don't know how many of you have started off your e-commerce business or not. So the expectations from the consumers are what they are looking at. When they buy the products, they expect free delivery. You don't want to actually incur a lot of cost on your e-commerce site. At the end of the day, your a customer may go and compare with your product and other competitors. Some competitor may give you free of charge. Some even give them the vouchers. Not only on free delivery, they even give them the vouchers. So this is the expectation from consumers as of April 2022. So bear in mind, remember, if let's say you wanted to start an e-commerce business, right? Try to offer free delivery services for your products. Okay. So, and of course, as of April 2022, grocery has become actually one of the main industries as in terms of internet users. But as of now, I still haven't got the data yet from this hot streak yet on August. Okay, I guess people are actually switching over to physical outlets already. Okay, so again, on the start of April of 2022, as before that, last year, 2021, right? There is a data shows that people actually stay onto social network more than the search engines, But as of April 2022, people started to go into search engines, okay, to look for the products and brands, okay. So later I'm going to share with you some of the what they do, on search engines. And of course, when people look for brandings, right, they will jump into a website. Okay, why website is so important? Later I'm going to share with you some of the foundation buildings as in terms of digitalizations. Okay, so if you intend to do some PPC ad, just now I have Azrul just mentioned of PPC, right? Pay per click services, right? On an average spend is about sorry, okay, two ringgit 78 cents per click that you should spend to Google Ads. Okay, that is a pay per click advertisement spend that you should spend on. If it is the keyword actually more than that, right? The pricing is more than that. I think you should consider to look for other keywords. Okay, this is on the average. When you spend on Google Ads, right? You should monitor your keyword spendings. Okay, so and of course, this data will actually came from Google again. Okay, you will need to know the online shopping characteristics. How do they behave, when they do shopping, So they are expecting to have a growth of 27% by the 2025. So people are started off to actually went into e-commerce platform to buy products. We have to thanks to COVID, also the MCO, actually brought forward all the human race into internet. Okay, so but of course, if you ask me personally, even though if I'm in the internet industries, right, I still like to do physical shoppings. Okay, no doubt, because you have human interactions, you see. So online behavior, as you can see, 44% of the population Malaysia shop already started to actually shop online. Okay. Online shopping, 66% of our online shopping in Malaysia already started to research online when they plan for major purchase. Okay, this has been shifted over since year 2020. This data is not this year data, already started off 3 years ago, 2 years ago, right? So people who started to do online purchases mainly on the employed workers, okay, self-employed, okay. These are the data just as a reference for you guys to convince yourself whether you should start your digital business now or later on, because there are still many SME came to me, hey, Everett, I plan to start e-commerce. Should I start now or should I start 2 years later? These are the questions, though. So when I show them this data, I tell them one thing, it is whether you want to survive now or survive later. That's my answer to them.
That's a good one.
Yeah, you cannot ask me with all this data, proven data, already been shown. This is not from me, it's from Google, Okay, so user already in internet already, they already on the internet do research. Okay, so that is more towards on the trends. This topic, I have been sharing these topics throughout 3 years. It's always the same topic that I always mention on the foundations. Okay, this is where I just mentioned earlier, very earlier, when you wanted to start up the digital business, right? Some came to me, I already publish my product in Facebook shop, I already started my product posting in e-marketplace, I get tons of sales, I get tons of inquiries, but end up I'm not getting my profits, What should I do? What should I do? Okay, yeah, just do away with these slides. You just imagine when you wanted to start off with a business, conventionally, what you do. What you will do if you wanted to start the business, right? You obviously you go to SSN to register your company name, right? Let's say whoever Ali or Akao or Ali or Akao partnership, something like that. Okay. So when it comes to internet business, I think it's not much of difference. You need to register www.aliandakao.biz.my, something like that. And some more, mining is giving you a free domain. I think they are aggressively asking people to actually register a free domain from mining. It's a free. Okay, percuma punya.
Sampai sekarang until now?
Until end of this year.
Really? Okay.
Actually, they started off last year already, but I think for me, I always convince them to actually to submit, but I guess that there's no urgency there, lah. So I already tried my best, so this is free. So as I mentioned earlier, when you wanted to actually start a business conventionally, right, physical business, you need to register your business name, right, via SSM. Then the next thing that you need to do is what? To look for the office, your shop lot, right? So then after you have the shop lot, after you have the office, you properly go and rack up your furniture, your products, right? So when it comes to internet business, I think exactly it's the same things. When you wanted to build online business, right? First thing first you must do is to register a www, the web address. Layman terms, I don't want to talk about domain name. Some people don't even know what is domain name. So it's your website address. Then after that, you create a website or your e-commerce website. Okay. If you ask me, hey, expensive lah, no money. How? Other do it macam mana? Okay. Google has a platform for you to do free website. It's a free one, DIY. You don't even need to actually engage a vendor or designer to do it. So this is what we call Google My Business. They already renamed the thing to Google Business Profile, by the way. Okay. It's actually a Google Map things. You know that Google Map, but later I'm going to show you how the Google Map have been evolved throughout the years. So this is the second foundation that you need to do. Okay. Selepas you register you punya domain name, okay, then you create a website or e-commerce website, whether you pay for nothing to start off or whether you pay 50 ringgit to start off. That is your foundation number one. Then secondly, you need to properly create your Google Map address. This is a must. Whoever here, if you say you have a retail outlet, kalau you ada kedai, you macam tengok, you macam ada map kan, you tak tahu some other user ada map kan, you go search, right? So you better be careful. If let's say you already have a map in Google Map, first thing first that you need to do is to claim the ownership. Kalau you tak ada claim itu ownership, sesiapa yang berdekatan kan atau you punya competitor kan, kalau dia nak claim kan, dia boleh claim. Yeah, after they claim, right, that map is considered theirs already. Habis. So this is very important. I think Google has already sending out a lot of email and awareness about the Google My Business stuff to alert all the business owner to claim the ownership of the map. Okay. So don't talk about SME. So we have been actually meeting a lot of big corporations, all the merchant stores, franchise. They have not done also that ownership claim. Tak pernah buat tau. Until I talk to them, then only they quickly go and do it. So this is a Google Map things. Just like your shop, conventional, you already got your business, right? Then you set up your shops. Then only you jump into WhatsApp business. Not normal WhatsApp, is your WhatsApp business accounts. Then your Facebook page. Okay. This number one, number two, and number three is the main foundation that I'm always mentioned about to all the SMEs. When you wanted to digitalize your business, start off with the 1, 2, and 3 first. Then only you jump into marketplace, Google ads, Facebook ads, and many other stuff. Okay. So this is the foundations, which I always mention. You must memorize this, because if you ask me, hey, Edward, I already start off my Facebook page. I already publish all my products there. But you got to remember, Facebook is a very good social platform where you can gain a lot of traffic. But at the end of the day, the platform is still a third-party platform. It's not yours. So for me, myself, I still, if you are the business owner, I still advise you to pick up your own platforms. Okay. This message was not came from me also. It was actually came from Google as well. Okay. So these are the foundation. Okay. So if any one of you have any questions on the foundation, probably you can actually post it in the chat box. After the session, I may just briefly explain how it works. All right. This is the foundations.
Okay.
Okay. After the foundation, you know about the trend, you know about the foundation, right? Today topics, as I mentioned earlier, this is not only a sharing section. This is actually a coaching session, as well as education sections as well. I'll only focus on 3 main topics, which is your website, your visibility, reach out. Meaning like if let's say you have a services, kalau you ada satu products, okay, you don't simpan, no, jangan simpan, no. You don't tell me, hey, I have a wonderful product. I'm very expert in my own field, no. This one only you yourself know, no. You need to do reach out, tell people, okay. Then of course, then I'll just explain a little bit about proximity marketing. Proximity means the Google Map things, the nearby location, how you're going to attract the nearby users, right, to your shop and to your business. I only focus on these 3 things for today's sections, okay. Because my normal session is about two hours, so the topics will be quite huge, so okay. Let me start off with the e-commerce marketing first. Okay, professionals e-commerce website. I know most of you know about web design, right? Okay, you know about web design, right? Website design, right? So I don't want to talk about normal website first. I focus on the e-commerce website first. In the entire world, when they talk about e-commerce platform, there's only 2 types. Remember, one is the cloud-hosted platform. The other one is a self-hosted platform. The difference between the cloud-hosted and the self-hosted is what? Cloud-hosted is those platform coding doesn't belong to you. It belongs to the service provider. Example like Wix. You know Wix, right? Wix. If you search Google, you know this platform. You actually pay them for subscription based. You bayar bulan-bulan, satu bulan, maybe about 50 ringgit or 50 ringgit per month. Those are cloud-hosted. Source code bukan you punya, diorang punya. Okay, that's why it is easier for you to start the e-commerce platform with a cloud-hosted platform because you can start off with a small budget. Okay, then when it comes to self-hosted, right, it means you sendiri punya. The entire source code belongs to you. Okay, so if in future, right, let's say down the road after 1 year, right, you see your sales fantastic. Okay, you want to upgrade the e-commerce platform into multi-level or agent-based business. For cloud-hosted, unlikely they will allow you to do that, no, because source code belongs to them. Dia orang punya, bukan you punya. Bukan you nak upgrade, dia bagi you upgrade tau, tak boleh. Okay, if it is self-hosted, you punya source code, macam mana you main pun boleh. Okay, this is the difference. Of course, when it comes to the cost itself, right, self-hosted is a little bit expensive as compared to cloud-hosted lah. Okay, that's the pros and cons. It depends on what you want at the end of the day. If let's say you're just a small SMEs, right, baru start online business saja, so you say, I don't know whether the e-commerce will work or not. I start with a small budget first. Then you use a cloud-hosted platform. Okay. So remember when you choose an e-commerce platform, because there are many e-commerce platforms in the market, a lot, you know. So you got to understand the e-commerce capabilities, you know. The hosting itself, where do they host? Are they reliable or not? Okay. Macam kalau ada satu e-commerce platform kan, you sudah subscribe, and you do a lot of Facebook advertisements, a lot of traffic come into your e-commerce website. And now the website hang up. Okay, the page cannot load anymore. This is due to hosting capabilities. So that's why when you choose an e-commerce platform, this is number 1 thing that you should consider. Then the API. you must have an API for you to API to maybe your accounting platform, your other platforms, web builders. Okay, of course, obviously, if you started off with the e-commerce platform, they will have a web builder for you to build the site. Whether or not they will have an application marketplace. App marketplace means the application marketplace. Some e-commerce platform, they don't have this. Some e-commerce platform, they have it. App marketplace is just like when you already started off your e-commerce website. Maybe next few weeks, right? You think of wanted to put in some features in. So what normally will happen? You call your vendor, right? Hey, vendor, dear vendor, can I have these features in my website? Then your vendor gonna tell you, hey, Ken, you pay me a few thousand ringgit, then I help you to develop it. But if let's say your e-commerce platform already have an app marketplace, right? It's something like a plugin. So you go into the app marketplace, go and search for the plugin that you want. Okay. Then most probably they will just charge you $10 or $5 for you to plug in the feature that you want. Okay. There, of course, other than that will be on the security, definitely. So because you're running an e-commerce business, okay, then the search engine optimization, e-commerce function, and mobile friendly. Okay, these are the important e-commerce platform features when you go into when you wanted to go into e-commerce business. When you look into a platform, you need to understand all these things. They will specify in their pricing list. This one you don't have to worry. All right. So just to consider when you choose the e-commerce platforms. Okay, budget. How much budget that you have? If let's say you have a little bit more budgets, right? And you have your own direction to expand your business in the next 3 to 5 years times, then you know which platform you should engage with. Okay, who is your target audience? Are you targeting audience on Facebook? Are you targeting audience only purely from Google? Okay, this is important because sometimes some of the e-commerce platform they do not allow you to sync your site to social media. Okay, then when you choose a platform, you got to know whether you're allowed to do that or not. And other than that will be number of products. Some e-commerce platform, they only allow you to put in probably 50 products only, some only hundreds, So you got to know how much of products, how many products that you're going to carry at the end of the day. Okay. Of course, whether the e-commerce platform allow you to expand or not, upgrade or not. Okay. But from my experience, right, for normal cloud hosted platform, right, those source code doesn't belong to you, right? The customization will be quite little. So that's why it actually depends on what you want to achieve at the end of the day. Okay. Then of course number 5 is most important is your customer service. Okay, whether they can support you. If anything happen to your e-commerce site, kalau ada fraud who should you contact? That's the most important thing. Okay. So these are the platforms in the market which are well known at the moment. You can see people like Shopify, PrestaShop, Wix, OpenCart, EasyStore, Webshoppers, SiteGiant. The EasyStore, Webshoppers, SiteGiant is made in Malaysia. I would strongly recommend you to actually look for them. If let's say you wanted to actually start off with your e-commerce site. Okay. Then when it comes to the self-hosted, which means the source code belongs to you you can look for people like e-commerce. E-commerce currently there's about 2 million plus of e-commerce owner in the entire world. So they already JV with Google already. So I think we will talk about self-hosted platform. E-commerce is still the best. Okay. Then that is on the e-commerce platform. When it comes to once you already have your e-commerce website, what you should do? You need to do some optimization. A lot of people asking me what is SEO, no? How many of you heard of SEO before, search engine optimization? Maybe you want to put in the chat number one. If you heard of this SEO terms before, right, just put one in the chat box. Okay.
Alright, kalau ada sesiapa yang pernah dengar pasal SEO, please type 1 in the chat box. Obviously SEO is like macam benda yang agak lama. We pernah dengar lah SEO. So what is really SEO? Maybe that things need to be considered lah.
True.
What's really others? Yeah, SEO.
Okay, you see, before I explain in depth into SEO, So SEO is basically a result published on Google, especially on the Google, organically, okay, which you do not need to pay Google for you to list your website onto Google, okay. So when you do the optimization means in layman terms means fine tune okay. I explain a little bit layman So you when you already have a website, you need to optimize your site in the way you need to fine tune the website in order for Google robot to understand your website. This is layman explanations. Okay, that's why you need SEO. Okay, and once your site has been optimized, kalau you sudah optimize kan, what will happen? Your site will load fast. Dia akan load lebih cepat. Okay, then your image in your website, right? Ya, misalnya you punya website, you ada banyak image kan, you ada 100 image kan. Normally, how the designer will do, they will just straight upload the image onto the site. Okay, but in the optimization process, you need to tag your image, Itu gambar kan, you kena tag before you upload. Reason why you need to do this is because, but Google, they have an image, right? They have the image can. The Google search engine, the image can. Once you do that actions, right, your image will be listed onto Google image as well. So that's why SEO comes in. So more benda ni actually fall under SEO lah, search engine optimizations. Okay, so again, these slides, right, I've been presented this slide, I think, since 2014 until today. It's the same questions. I wouldn't say the market is not improved, okay, but it's always the questions here. Kalau I still buat SEO, what will happen? Okay, maybe some of SME here, they engage some vendors, right? They wanted to know as well. So, kalau I sudah buat SEO kan, berapa keyword I boleh SEO, boleh optimize? Okay, how many keywords? If let's say in the website itself, berapa keyword I'm allowed to optimize? You allowed to optimize how many keywords? For me, right, I tell you the truth, when it comes to Google engines, right, if you're trying to do SEO, right, you should maximize it. You must optimize the maximum. Of course, it got to be relevant to your business. If let's say you're selling BMW, you don't go and optimize bicycle, Yamaha, you don't do this, So if you ask me, if you wanted to optimize the keyword, you do the maximum of it. As long as it's relevant to your business, you have to do it. Because you wouldn't know how your users search in KL as compared to people searching in Sabah and Sarawak. No, you wouldn't know. No, if you don't do it, then there people there, they may not find you. No. So this is the number one favorite questions came from the markets. Then other than that, maybe I explain some of it like international result. Kalau I sudah ada satu website, I sudah buat SEO, bolehkah I punya website rank dekat Australia ke, US ke, China ke, Hong Kong ke? Boleh tak? I tell you the truth, yes and no lah. The answer is yes and no. Yes, it's because your website already live. Any part of the world, they can see your website. Except China, China I don't know. Okay, so any part of the world, they can see your website. Okay, yes. No is what is, Google engine, they already localize the result already. When you are in Australia, right, the result skew towards Australia already. Singapore means Singapore. Okay, you know that, right? So when it comes to Malaysia itself, also same things happens. If let's say right now you are in Subang, right, you are searching for certain things, right? You scroll down your search engine's result. At the end of the result, they will show you, you are located in Subang Jaya, something like that. Google does not invented this for
based
fun,
on locations based on location. Especially nowadays, people using mobile, right?
Yeah, you're right. Definitely, you're right. So Google does not invented this for fun. They actually wanted to push out the exact result to the users. That's why many people like to use Google. So this is what we call the localization results. So I've answered a few questions already. Any one of you, if you still wanted to probably wanted to know more, you can just approach me because the time is running. Okay, so okay, this is how it look like once you already optimize your website. On the left hand side is actually the mobile side. On the right-hand side is actually a desktop. Once you already optimize your e-commerce site, user will quickly know what is the price of your product, whether your product is in stock or not. Okay, whether your product is on the promotion or not. Okay, then on the right-hand side is on the desktop, on the window base. Okay, so if you ask me in layman terms, right, the optimization process is pretty much easy to understand. You just got to actually make sure your site, your website or your e-commerce website, right, properly publish your information to the users. So that is the number one things that you should know. Okay, so and of course the optimization also allow you to do some rating and review on the search result as well. Okay, so these are the things on the SEO. Of course, after you have done the search engine optimizations, right, you have all the information gathered. This is what we call, in the marketing terms, we call it data-driven marketing. You're actually using the marketing data to run your marketing campaign. It's not by guessing, whether your campaign was successful or not. It's not based on what you see, It's based on what data you have collected from the search, So you'll be able to see who is your target audience, and you will be able to see your search engine flow. Any statistic is quite interesting, It's like when you have a shops, right? So, example, you have a shop in Mid Valley, you already open up your shop, right? You always think of, hey, how come there's a lot of people walking past by my shop, but they don't go into my shops? How come? What happened? Is it because my shop is too? I mean, the design doesn't tell the user what I'm offering. Same things when it comes to the website also. When you already created a website, probably you spend 10 over 1,000, but then you see a lot of traffic. Even though you put a lot of Facebook advertisement, you see a lot of traffic come into your website. But problem is, once they landed in on your website, let's say for example, 1,320 orang sudah masuk homepage. Okay, but only 290 drop off. Drop off means bye-bye, I don't want to navigate your site anymore. But for online, this is normal. Kalau you punya website ada 1,000 masuk, 900 drop off, right? Then problem comes in already. You got to understand what happened. Why people doesn't want to continue navigate my site. Same thing when it happened to physical world. Kalau you ada satu shop kan, you banyak orang dekat luar kan, tak datang kan. So you have to think of it already. What happened? Is it because maybe I do not have any sexy girl there or handsome guy there? Is it because of that? So these are the things when you do the SEO, you have all this data available. Okay, these are some of the case study before and after. Okay, so I just quickly show you some of the statistics. Before they have done the SEO, after they have done the SEO, this is an e-commerce website. Okay, just I just mentioned, if you do the SEO, you should actually maximize it. Okay, do whatever keyword as possible. All right, whether it's English, Malay, Chinese, Mandarin, Indian, whatever. So you should actually try your best to do it. Okay. Is I already mentioned about the trend. I've already explained about the platforms. I already mentioned about the SEO, right? Then this is another section by itself, a Google Business Profile. Actually renamed from Google Map, Google My Business, Google Places, whatever. And the new terms now is Google Business Profile. Okay, why they actually rename the Google My Business or Google Map into Google's Business Profile is because I straight away skip to the last slide. For this Google Business Profiles, what you can do as of today, so you are allowed to actually put in your profile onto your map. You are allowed to update any information on your business onto the map. And of course, these updates will expire every 7 days. You got to repost again. Okay, it will disappear already, but it won't remove Then you need to repost again every 7 days. Okay, then they will have insights, the reports. It's a statistics to tell you that how many people have actually gone onto your map and they click onto your phone and they actually navigate onto your map. These are the insights. Okay, menu means let's say you are running on a restaurant, right? You're allowed to put in your menu onto the map. Okay, delivery right now in Malaysia is not yet working, but in US they already auto synchronized to all the delivery platform already. Malaysia, I will assume you come to Malaysia next year already. So which means when you already set up your Google business profile, right? It's actually auto sync to all the delivery partners. Okay, review. I think this is everyone will know when you engage a business, right? You're obviously going to read through their reviews. What is the good review, bad review? Okay, this is in marketing terms we call it the recognition and reputation marketing. Okay, then of course chat button chat is just like a WhatsApp maybe you want to ask me the chat button, is it something like a WhatsApp Is it something like WhatsApp or is it something like a Facebook Messenger but I tell you the difference Google chat, right, is totally different from Facebook Messenger or WhatsApp people who chat through Google, right, is a real customer. Okay, orang yang datang dari Google kan, dia takkan simply go and click the chat button I know you through somebody are you single, are you married? Okay, they will in Google itself they will ask you this kind of question Facebook, yes, they will see you. I know you from some of your mutual friends, something like that. Facebook Messenger but Google it won't happen. It's pure business chatting. But of course,
because they came from the original searching something, searching the product, as not happen to be bump into someone macam pernah kenal
You're right. Because people who are surfing and searching in Google, right, they got the intention. Okay, because when you are searching in Google bar, right, you won't simply go and search for fun Okay, you look for the product, there only you search bar. But at one case, we have one experience before, just share with you. It's not a real joke, but then it's a bit funny. It's a boutique hotel, budget hotel, and somebody stay in I don't know which floor already, right? They cannot call the receptionist, So what they do, they go and Google search, right? Go through the chat box, go and send the chat, boleh you power pergi floor number one. They go and request a tower to send to the room, via Google Chat, then I quickly call the owners, hey, what happened? Your guest didn't call your receptionist line, they go to Google Chat to ask for the service, This is I mean,
will they answer the client, the customer?
No, they don't know how to answer it because the guests actually get mad because
basically that's why they try to do all the sort of thing to get rich, right?
So that's why the chat box, right, sometimes it's a bit troublesome If let's say you do not have anyone to attend to it, right?
Tutup. Specific person in charge kan. Kalau kita nak kena tutup lah.
Tutup. Banyak case macam ni. I ada barber shop kan, salon kan, hair salon kan. Dia panggil I tutup sebab dia tengah barber kan. Hey, how am I going to have a time to chat with clients? Dia kena marah tau. Dia kata, hey, why you don't reply my chat? I want to cut my hair for my night dinner, If you cannot do, you tell me cannot do . So then, of course, other than that, you see website as I mentioned earlier So again, too bad in Malaysia, if you are using Google Map to create website, right, it's based on your information on the web. But in US, right, you can customize it boleh customize sampai cantik-cantik now. But I can tell you if this platform is available in US, right, sooner or later they will come to Malaysia. So which means you wanted to create website, right, ini free. Cuma bayar domain name RM50 saja. Itu saja. So then, of course, other than that, you have WhatsApp booking and all other stuff So you see the Google Map thing is wonderful tools, to engage with users, You don't ask me why, because throughout MCO kan, ini 2 tahun kan, I banyak customer kan, ini shop shut down business Dia kata tak boleh tahan. But luckily, right, people book through their Google Map. So this map thing is a very wonderful thing for a lot of SMEs, especially to make them survive. So I don't know about you whether you have fully utilized it or not, but I can tell you this is a wonderful platform. The traffic is 4 times more than the organic result. 4 kali, 4 kali. So that's why you should probably go and use it lah. So this is Google Map things lah. And of course Google Shopping ini Google Shopping you tahu kan, kalau you pergi Google kan dia ada satu shopping tab kan. Ini again last year 2021 free listing, tak payah bayar. Okay, you just need to create a Google Merchant Center. Okay, lepas tu you upload you punya product dekat sini for free. Provided you have an e-commerce site this is mainly only for the e-commerce website only. Kalau you tak ada e-commerce site tak boleh. Okay, sebab kalau you ada e-commerce site you nak guna Google Business System, this is a Google Shopping. You go Google and go Google and go and search Google Merchant Center lah. Okay, so this is Google Merchant Dashboard. Okay, so you can upload your product, you can even manage your product review, orders, tag shippings, So this is Google Shopping. So I have already mentioned platform, trends, SEO, Google Map, then come to the Google Ads. Advertisement in Google, right? Ada 5 jenis saja. Okay, very easy to remember. Advertisement at Google, that's only on the search advertisement. Itu text saja, search ad. We call it search ad or text ad in layman terms. The second one will be a banner advertisement. Okay, third one will be the video ads. Then on the shopping ads and the application advertisement. Hanya 5 jenis saja. It's very easy to remember. Okay, so of course, if you ask me what can Google Ads do, okay, this is how it works. This is Google Ads. Okay, for the text ad, you can put in a lot of information. You can even put in your location also. Okay, they call it extension. And most importantly, this is free of charge. They don't charge you a single cent. Okay, so banner ads, of course, if you ask me, if you wanted to do banner ads, right, they have 11 sizes. You got to do it all the sizes now. Because banner ads is for you to put your banner onto those Google publisher websites like the Star lah, News 6 Time lah, Astro Awani lah. Okay, they have all the column for Google advertisement. Okay, so Google advertisement, they have a few functions for you to do targeting. Okay, mean like if kalau you engage Google Ads, right, so you can actually select your interest, user interest, who you want to target to. Let's say, for example, you are selling financial products. You go to Google advertisement there, go and search. Target to people who are looking for financial products. Okay, they will help you to reach out to them. Okay, then of course, other than that will be on the geographic. Geographic means hey, Edward, I budget tak cukup tapi I nak buat ad juga. So macam mana? So then I got some questions for you lah. Who you want to target? Maybe you want to target only business users. I cuma nak target orang yang kerja dekat office saja. Okay, then what you should do is you tell Google, hey Google, can you find me office place? Okay, then you go and search KLCC. Then they will list out KLCC. Okay, then you just target KLCC people only. Okay, people who are surfing and searching via KLCC, only they will see your ad. If they go out from KLCC, they cannot see. This is what we call fencing. There are other sort of fencing. Then you can utilize your budget wisely. Okay. Then other than that will be day parting things. This scheduler. So maybe you are selling some products only for midnight, not sleeping punya orang lah. Okay. So you only launch an ad during midnight only. Then you tell Google hey Google, I want to advertise for those people don't want to sleep one. Okay. Then you just schedule the advertisement. Okay. They have a lot of all these features. It's very interesting to play around. Okay. Then this is just what I mentioned. You can do the scheduler. Okay. So I've mentioned about majority of the tools already. The platform, e-commerce platform, the SEO, the Google Map, Google Ads. Okay. So these are the Google products which allow the e-commerce owners, right, to reach out to the user correctly. Okay. But of course, as I mentioned earlier, when you are in the digital business, right, what you should do when you have a product and services on hand, the things that you should do is to do reach out of whichever platform available in the markets. You got to think one thing, I already have a product. I want to think of a way to reach out. Okay. After you have reached out, what you should do is to do some keep in touch strategy. These are all the strategy. You other platform, other banyak tools kan. Okay, you have to think of a way to do some reaching out by using all these tools. Google platform lah, Facebook lah, LinkedIn lah, Google Map lah. These are the reaching out tools available in the market. Why I mention all this? Because they are the top user platforms in the market, the entire world. So maybe you have engaged with a lot of platform in the markets like WeChat lah, TikToks lah. But so far, from what I know, the stats that I actually received from the suppliers, right? Google and Facebook still the best platform in the markets. So these are the platforms that you should consider when you try to do some reaching out to your customers. Then of course, other than that, what is KIT? KIT means that keeping in touch with your clients and your prospects and your friends. Okay. This one, right? If you ask me, right, even a simple hawker store, restaurant, right, they know how to do this by using WhatsApp. So how they do it? When you WhatsApp to your friends or your client or your existing client, it doesn't mean that they will pay you now. What you should do is you should expecting people to remember you. This is what we call keeping in touch. So by using Google Map, Facebook, WhatsApp, and email. Okay. Reason why I always mention this reaching out and KIT concept in digital business is when you already done your reaching out actions, right? You don't stop there, You should actually follow up with a keep in touch strategy. So that is actually what I've always mentioned in our workshop lah. Okay. So come to the final part of it. We have just mentioned that MyNet can actually offer free domain, still available. If any one of you wanted to register this domain, what you need to do, just approach us, and or maybe you want to go into the MyNet website. Is available there. You need to provide SSM lah. It must be a registered company. Okay. Then of course, we have a coaching session, one-to-one coaching session, only for 20 packs for all the workshops. And you approach us as well if you wanted to have a free coaching session, one-to-one. Okay. And of course, you know that BeanSE is one of the Google partner agencies since 2014 until today. We are offering 1,500 advertisement credit to all the participants in this MPC workshop. If any one of you wanted to get this 1,500 ringgit free advertisement credit, come to us as well. Okay. Dulu dia bagi 150 saja. Sekarang dia bagi 1,500.
Ya, sebelum ni betul. 150 itulah. Surprisingly sekarang 1,500
Yes. Very good. Very good. But of course, you got to spend 1,500 lah. So, but this is already
basically in total credit that in total you get 3,000 lah, right?
You got to spend 1,500 in order to get the 1,500.
So basically your budgeting is times 2 lah, because you get extra kan extra.
Yeah, it's good also
awesome. Yeah, good
also. It's good also. So. Okay, that's all for my sessions as of today. So again, if there's any questions, you may just put onto the chat box. If I can answer that, just answer lah. Okay, thank you very much.
Awesome. Give a hand. Bagi tepukan untuk Edward.
Thank you.
Awesome. Good job. Awesome guys. Thank you so much. Masih lagi stay kat sini. Alright. So basically, this is only the how to contact you basically. How to contact. I think because this recorded and also we've been published in MPC official website. So how to contact? Any sharing how to contact?
You can go to the BeanSE website lah.
BeanSE.com. Just go straight forward to BeanSE.com. Okay, so the last So maybe one question before we ended our session. What are, because you elaborate lots of strategy and also technical part. That's really good. At least we know how to, how to go through with it. Satu soalan, just one quick question. What are the big five for newcomers? What are the big five for new people who want to adopt digital, adoption, especially through the SEO?
Big
You
five
said it.
means
Big five meaning what the big five they need to focus on.
okay. As I mentioned earlier, not the five things. It's basically the three things that I mentioned
Three
earlier.
things, right?
Mentioned earlier. Is but before you actually start the digital business, right? You got to know the directions.
Yep.
Because a lot of business owners, when they came to me, they always ask me, hey, can I do this? Can I do that? Can I do this? Or can I do that? Because they're unsure whether they should start with something or not. So the direction is number one thing that you should.
That's why you said is the direction is more on digital pathway, as you said earlier, right? Yeah. How to digitalize?
How to digitalize. Then secondly, about your pocket money, how much money that you have, okay. So of course, in digital platform, there's many platforms, or there are free tools, there are cheap one, there are expensive one. It's up to you. So it's actually your financial support. Then other than that, how much you know, the skills, so because a lot of business owner, maybe they have some cousins some anak their daughters study in IT field, they can help their fathers. So these are the things that three things that I always mention.
Awesome. Okay, thank you so much for re-emphasize back the three things. So first one is directions. What is your digital directions, digital pathways? And second is monetary, basically your financial support and the skill set. You need to have a skill set. Kadang-kadang baby boomers ni problem dengan skill set, but it's all digital. So it needs macam anak, macam like you said, the youngsters. Alright, thank you so much. So give hand to Mr. Edward. Really appreciate for the sharing. And go to BeanSE.com untuk claim juga 1,500 and also the free workshop. Is it right? Okay, thank you so much. Bagi temukan, thank you, Azrul. I really appreciate. Lots of we have learned by this evening. Awesome, guys. Okay, thank you so much. Siapa yang masih ada lagi type awesome, just make sure you are here. Kadang-kadang kan benda simple ni dia trigger kita satu dua benda. Macam saya dalam company, we spend a lot on Facebook sebenarnya. Tapi pada sebab we not spending a lot in Google advertisement because I find it a little bit confusing. It's set punya back to back lah. Tapi bila I realise that sebenarnya it's not kadang-kadang benda ni trigger back. Okay, you kena pergi juga. As Mr. Edward said, dua benda still king lah for dia punya dia punya experience. Ialah satu ialah Facebook dan second ialah Google. So please guna both. Dan juga paling penting ialah KIT, keep in touch. Itu antara benda yang sangat. So, hi Gordon, apa khabar? Alright, Gordon pun ada. Alright, so untuk sesi terakhir ni ingin saya ingatkan kita masih lagi dalam digitalization, guys. So sangat important untuk kita ada digital pledge kita. Thank you so much for having us dalam sesi ini dan sangat appreciate untuk you bersama kita. Dan saya akan share screen sekarang untuk kita melihat sikit sebanyak, iaitu satulah kita punya go big with digital. This is our pledge. Dan pledge ni saya rasa kan within next even kita next 2-3 years pun still apply, still applicable. Why? Pasal kita kena ada satu macam vision ataupun kita punya mission. As the leader of my organization, I'm responsible for my organizations and I understand that future lies in the innovations and higher productivity for my company. To achieve this, I pledge to go big, BIG, with digital, that is to lead the organization toward achieving breakthrough, uphold integrity with the implementation of digital system, and recognize that digital technology is the force that is good for all of us. So ni antara yang saya really important. Dan pastikan you scan QR code, guys. Okay, scan QR code dan juga boleh juga reform GLE that's number, so you boleh klik. Basically kita punya secretariat memang sentiasa membantu you dekat chat di Facebook dan juga di iaitu chat box. Dan thank you so much. So please follow iaitu Facebook Digital Productivity Nexus dan YouTube Digital Productivity Nexus. Dah ada YouTube dah. So please subscribe sebab you akan dapat juga maklumat yang sama. Dan yes, please kindly provide feedback. So you boleh nampak itu been given the links dalam chat. Dan thank you so much untuk hari ini. Thank you so much, guys. So kita jumpa lagi Dan kita jumpa untuk sesi akan datang. Really appreciate your time dan really appreciate you punya session. Kita jumpa untuk next kita punya session. So see you next week. Awesome. Thank you so much. Kita jumpa lagi. Thank you so much. Jun, Jiki, Zakaria, Fahmi, Yong, Macklin, Jay, Zaina, Zarina, Sia, Hisham, Azmaniza, Golden, Kin, Naresh, and Edward. Thank you so much. Jumpa lagi dan see you guys.
Pembayaran tanpa tunai meningkatkan produktiviti perniagaan. Adakah anda seorang peniaga? Adakah perniagaan anda menerima pembayaran tanpa tunai? Tahukah anda, pembayaran tanpa tunai boleh meningkatkan produktiviti perniagaan sekaligus meningkatkan keuntungan anda. Pembayaran tanpa tunai dilakukan melalui transaksi perbankan atas talian, kad debit, kad kredit dan e-dompet. Ianya merupakan pilihan rakyat Malaysia masa kini. Ini kerana pembayaran boleh dibuat di mana-mana sahaja dengan selamat serta menjimatkan masa tanpa perlu mengeluarkan duit dari bank terlebih dahulu. Sistem pembayaran tanpa tunai ini memberi banyak faedah kepada peniaga. Akaun perniagaan anda akan diurus dengan lebih sistematik. Anda tidak perlu risau lagi untuk merekod transaksi perniagaan anda. Segalanya akan direkod dan anda hanya perlu menyemak melalui penyata perbankan anda. Ianya juga lebih efisien, kos efektif dan selamat kerana anda tidak perlu lagi membawa wang tunai atau pergi ke bank untuk mendeposit atau mengeluarkan wang. Bukankah ini dapat menjimatkan masa dan kos operasi perniagaan anda? Trend transaksi perniagaan atas talian meningkat dengan pesat menerusi platform e-dagang atau media sosial. Perniagaan beroperasi 24 jam sehari sepanjang tahun dan semakin ramai rakyat Malaysia yakin dengan sistem pembayaran tanpa tunai bagi transaksi pembelian atas talian. Ini adalah potensi besar kepada anda untuk mengembangkan perniagaan dan menggandakan keuntungan anda. Tapi jika anda masih dengan kaedah dan cara lama, pelanggan anda hanya terhad kepada mereka yang mengunjungi kedai anda sahaja. Jadi, apa yang anda tunggu lagi? Inilah masa terbaik untuk anda mulakan langkah pertama. Jom berniaga secara atas talian dan menerima pakai pembayaran tanpa tunai. Produktiviti perniagaan meningkat, keuntungan juga sudah pasti akan meningkat. Mesej ini dibawakan oleh Perbadanan Produktiviti Malaysia, MPC.